Hello and welcome to JTV Entertainment Group. I'm Joseph the Voice, and this is episode 8, a little bit of JTV self-reflection. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be hanging out and we're going to be chatting. We're going to be talking over some things. We're going to be having some fun. I basically had an idea today. I went onto a website and I saw a list full of questions. And I was like, you know what? I think we can do like a self-reflection kind of thing out of this. And I went and I asked a few people. There's about 300 plus questions on there. And I essentially asked them to give me a number 1 through 100 a few different times. And I broke them up into sections, or 130 or whatever, for the third set. And we came up with a series of 15 questions for today. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be essentially asking myself questions that essentially people are asking me because I asked them to give me the numbers. So they're in a way kind of asking me the questions. So they'll hopefully... they're my mods, and hopefully they're going to be here today and hang out and be a part of this. I need to make sure that I'm not clipping. If anybody is present, let me know how my audio sounds. Last thing I want to do is be dealing with the clipping stuff again. So please let me know if we're running into any issues. If you hear a clipping sound, if you hear a popping sound, or anything like that, please keep me up to date. But otherwise, it's been a fantastic week. I've been having a fantastic month. We're about 2 months deep now into YouTube, and I'm trying to do everything I can to just keep on pumping out content. I had a really fun interview with my mom last week, and this week I figured I'd sit down, I'd interview myself a little bit, get myself a little bit more comfortable being in the driver's seat, and have some fun with it. So today we're gonna, like I said, ask some questions. If you guys do have some time when you're not on YouTube, when you're not trying to check out the awesome content I have going on here, hop on over to twitch.tv/JosephTheVoice. You can also catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. I'm always trying to do my best to get out there, get around. I do a daily speaking challenge on Facebook. I'm up to day 279 today of consecutive days in a row speaking. Aside from that, like I said, we're about two months deep into doing this, and we're almost about 10 months deep into Twitch. So doing all I can and just keep on pumping out content. So we're just going to start going down the list, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to put it in the comment section, because I am here for you guys. Much love. All right, these are going to be personality based questions. There's going to be 5 questions in each category, but this is going to be the personality category. So the first question, and these I asked Squid the Man, I said, can you please give me 5 numbers 1 through 100, and he dished them out, and here are the questions we have. What is your favorite TV show and why? So my favorite TV show is probably going to be... Well, I have a few that I've really been getting into. So I enjoy shows that involve creation, is how I'll say it. So I like watching shows like Hell's Kitchen. I like watching shows like John Taffer when he's, redoing the bars, Bar Rescue or Hotel Rescue. I really enjoy watching Forged in Fire. I love seeing things that people have to create things. So for me, TV shows that involve creation are things that I really enjoy. But if I wanted to go and watch something that was funny, that I really just want to kick back and I could watch it time and time again, it would probably be Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I really love Charlie Day. He's one of my favorite actors. And I don't know, I just really enjoy that show. So that would be the answer to that question of my favorite TV show and why. The second question is going to be, are you good at saying no? Now, here's the thing. Am I good at saying no? It's really easy to say the word no. I've said it 3 times already now. But the thing is, am I good at telling people? Am I good at saying no when it actually matters? And to be honest with you, not always. Not always the best at, telling people no, you can't do that. Hey, you should stop. I try my best, but obviously sometimes there's hesitation, especially when it comes to myself. Tell yourself, hey, you need to slow down. Hey, you need to calm down. It's never no. I'm just gonna keep on doing it. I'm kind of stubborn. I mean, am I good at saying no? Kinda, but at the same time, not really. As you can see, even right now, I can't even give you a straight answer. So it's not a yes, it's not a no. Am I good at saying no? It's kind of a toss-up. I am and I'm not. I'm really good I feel like at talking to people and relating with people, and I understand when to tell people this or that. Even myself, though, sometimes I fall a little loose. All right. Question number 3. Should probably slow down a little bit. I want to keep you guys around for a while. If you guys have any questions too, definitely feel free to ask. But I definitely don't want to slide through these too quickly. And some of these, they get a little bit deeper. We can always hop on over to the website and pull up some more questions to keep things rolling out. But at the end of the day, I'm definitely enjoying being able to sit here and talk to you guys or tell you guys more about myself. So, question number 3. What is your greatest? So for me, my greatest fear would probably be losing connection with society. And I say this because I'm a very, very involved kind of person. I really like to try to be in tune with things. I like to try to understand what's going on with things so I can help cultivate ideas, so I can help structure my life around different things. And for me, I feel like if I lost connection with the world, if I lost connection with myself, or I just lost connection in general, I would be completely just fearful, because I'm a person, I do like to be in control. I'm not a control freak. I'm not super controlling, but I do like to have control, especially in my own life. I like to know that I can do what I want to do when I have to do it, or that I can get things done the way that I need to. So if I lost control of things, I don't think it'd be easy for myself. Losing that connection wouldn't really help. I strive off of that, and even when the pandemic hit, I thought it was going to be really hard for myself to stay connected with people. But I found different ways to dig a little bit deeper and find more out of it, and I found myself a little bit more in all that. So I would say my biggest fear is losing connection. All right, so question number 4. How you doing there, Kingsman crew? Thank you for swinging on by. Definitely appreciate you being here. So question number 4. When have you been most satisfied in your life? So to be honest with you, be completely honest with you, I thought at one point I was satisfied. I thought I had a lot figured out, but I was very naive at that point. So we're going to talk about a time when I thought I was satisfied, and then we're going to talk about a time when I actually became satisfied. So for me, a time that I thought I was satisfied was I was coming out of high school. I was in a very serious relationship. I had just moved up to Madison to go to college. I had been up there renting my own apartment. I was going to school part-time, well, pretty much full-time, and then I was also working. So I was working at Dick's Sporting Goods at the time, trying to just get my money together, trying to just keep everything together, getting all my schooling and stuff done. I was at that point, I was getting my degree for audio engineering. That's my associate's degree. So I have an associate's degree for audio engineering, applied sciences, as you like to call it. And I had just been like getting ready to finish that up. We were like right around finals. And what is up, Gamer Kid Andrew? How you doing? And unfortunately, I was literally at a point where I was like, all right, I'm about to finishing up school. Everything's feeling right. I'm looking for a job right now. I have a girlfriend, and not only is she my girlfriend, but I was talking to my dad about putting a ring on the thing. I was like, I might make her my wife. We were together for like over 4 years at that point, and I was thinking about making her my wife. And unfortunately for me, satisfaction I thought was all coming together actually became a lot less satisfaction, and actually brought a lot more clarity into my life. If you need mods here, let me know. I have some mods here at the moment, but I don't think I will. I'm pretty sure I can handle things pretty well. But for me, it was a time where I thought I was going to be satisfied. I thought everything was coming together. I thought I had it all. I thought I had the answers. I thought it was just coming. I thought it was there. And unfortunately for me, it did not come together. Things started kind of falling apart for me. My grandma, one of my favorite people in my life, one of the most impactful people on my life, she unfortunately passed away. I found out that my girlfriend at the time was cheating on me. Absolutely broke my heart, but I still managed to finish up school. I got my stuff together, and then I went back and actually went for my bachelor's degree. So there was a point where I thought I was satisfied, that it all kind of, in a way, kind of fell apart, and the satisfaction became more clarity than anything. And I would say I have much more satisfaction now, and I would say the reasons why I would say I'm much more satisfied now, or I have satisfaction in my life right now, or this would be the most satisfying point in my life, is because I feel like I'm finally really finding that clarity in life. I find that I'm really trying to find myself more. I'm trying to find what I want to do, where I want to go, and how I want to conduct myself. And for me, finding myself in all this, with COVID going on, being able to build a brand of JTV Entertainment Group, getting thousands of people to follow me on Twitch, getting people rating me constantly while I'm playing games that I wouldn't even think I'd be getting rated on, and getting other people trying to get me more involved with those communities, as well as just getting more involved with my community at the same time. It's really amazing, if you ask me. And I really appreciate everybody who's just taking the time, hundreds of people. And I got my merch out right now, and I got so much going on, and it's stressful at times, but it's so satisfying. It's so, I don't even know how to explain it, but it feels so wholesome. It feels so real. It feels so tangible. It feels like it's something that I created myself, and I wouldn't have done it without you guys, because I need others there for me to help make this happen. So I'd say right now, between being an esports coach, which I'm actually making my own program for 5th to 8th grade level students within my local school district, and I get to hang out with them, and I get to play games with them. I get to see the smiles on their faces. They get excited about being a part of my stream or coming and hanging out in my YouTube. And it puts a huge smile on my face having that in my life, knowing that I have all these people that really care about me, that want to be involved with my do more. It really excites me. So I'd say right now would probably be the time that I have the most satisfaction. All right, now to go on to question number 5. What is your greatest success, and how did you achieve it? So, my greatest success, once again, we're going to go right back to the JTV Entertainment Group. I feel like this is something that I feel currently is my greatest success, but let me talk, once again, we'll do where the success kind of originated from and why it is where it's at. So, in order to kind of get there, I can't talk about JTV, I can't talk about Joseph the Voice, I can't talk about everything that's been built unless I talk about where it kind of all came from. So if you don't know, I was the manager of Not Your Parents' Basement Gaming Lounge, located in Racine, Wisconsin at 410 Main Street. And Ian Ballantyne is the owner of Not Your Parents' Basement Gaming Lounge. Great guy. I look forward to actually interviewing him soon, trying to get some more information about the cool things going on with NYPB, what might be happening within this year, within the next few months, just seeing what we can kind of get built up and stuff like that. But where did I find my greatest success? So NYPB, we can go back about almost 4 years now. I reached out to Ian Ballantyne, asking him if he would like some assistance helping build Not Your Parents' Basement Gaming Lounge. At the time, there was obviously a lot of eager people reaching out to him, trying to get, more inside information as to how they can get themselves involved, or how they can, be a part of NYPB in their own way. And I originally came to him with this marketing pitch of how I can get involved, what I can do, how I can build onto the premises of what NYPB can be within the community. Being from Racine, being at my hometown, being something I really just want to create, and my passion of building large-based things around the community. This was something I was really passionate about. I want to be involved with it. I love gaming, and I had just came from working from the Milwaukee Admirals for 5 years, so I wanted to take something that I could really build up. And Not Your Parents' Basement Gaming Lounge really just looked like a place that could really build up the community, could really just give people place to want to be and want to hang out, want to be a part of. So when I originally went to Ian, I came to him with this marketing pitch. Ziggy Starcrush, what is up, you beautiful soul? Thank you for being here. But when I first started at NYPB, I came to Ian with this marketing pitch. I said, hey man, I have these great ideas. We have Firelord Cushwell in the house too. Yo, what is up? And I said, hey, we can go to all these local, businesses. We can kind of do this art outreach with tattoo artists and stuff like that, and give them a place to display their art and kind of send them in different directions for cross promotion. And we can find ways to kind of get involved with different aspects of the surrounding community. And unfortunately, he didn't necessarily like what I was putting out there at first. And not that it was like bad information, not that I didn't bring any like tangible, like good information to the table, or I didn't have that drive or ambition to want to do anything, just that he had his own vision on how I wanted to do it. So for him, it wasn't in the playing cards of that. Well, a few months had passed by, maybe only about a month or so, and I had met an individual named Topher Williams. And he actually asked me, hey, would you like to have another sit-down conversation with Ian? I think we can find some ways to get you involved. You've now told me about some of the things you want to do, but let's see how we can get you involved. So I remember meeting up with Ian. It was me, Ian, and Topher. We're walking around downtown Racine, and we're literally sitting there, and we're playing Pokemon Go. We're walking around. Hey, man, I can Pokemon over here. We're running over here. We're catching and stuff. We're sitting there. We're shooting the breeze while we're doing it. And I remember just talking about what I could kind of do to help out with NYPB from the very, very get-go. What can I do immediately that isn't like this huge building, that isn't like this huge outreach? What can I do? I said, what do I love? Well, I love sports games. Ta-da! I was like, how can I help? I can be the guy that can help set up the sports scene here in Racine as far as a competitive sports scene. I was like, I'm going to be the commentator. Joseph the Voice, the commentator. Can you imagine that, people? Well, it took years, because as soon as I got in there, he was like, yeah, I like what you're putting down. We can definitely get you involved. We can start building up on Madden. There's definitely some people have already came and said they want to play Madden, and I can definitely see you have some drive to want to do that. So yeah, definitely we'll have you do that. Well, I came in, and within about a month or so, I was already having actually within a few weeks, I had team meetings set up. Within a few months, I had already talked to everybody within the structure of the business and asked all of them, hey, do you want to be manager? Do you want to be manager of Not Your Parents' Basement Game Launch? Do you want to be manager of Not Your Parents' Basement Game Launch? Hey, do you want to be manager of Not Your Parents' Basement Game Launch? And all of them, nope. And I was like, man, I don't want this job necessarily. I want to be involved, but I don't want to be the manager. I don't want to have to be in charge of everything. I just don't. There's all the other guys are so close. They're friends. They're best friends. They're brother-in-laws. And it was just like, I don't think I can do this. But I was like, sure, I'll be manager. I remember Ian was sitting back at his station, just like this. He was sitting back at the station. He was working on stuff on the one computer over here. And I came and I sat in the chair next to him. And I'm like, hey, man. I was like, hey, what's up, dude? I was like, all right. So I sat down and I talked to Jonah. I talked to Topher. I talked to John. And I said, hey, guys. I said, do you guys want to be the manager of Not Your Parents' Basement Game? Every single one of them told me no. They said no. They said, I don't want to be the manager. I said, well, congratulations. You just met your new manager. And he was just like, hey, I want to let you know, man, I can't be like paying you a whole bunch of money or something like that for you to be. I just said, no, I understand that. I said, it's not really about the money. If we want this to work, there's got to be a structure in place. Got to be a structure in place, because we can't just have everything running rampant and wild. There's got to be some type of order to things. So over the next few years, I took the time to just keep on building up on NYPB, trying to get an outside presence. One of the biggest things that we did for Not Your Parents' Basement Gaming Lounge, we started getting connected with the local school district. We had a lot of the, obviously, young kids coming down to the lounge to play video games, and we put the little birdie in their ear. Hey, talk to your educators. Let them know that there's gaming lounges here, and we want to provide a space for you guys to be able to play competitive esports. So start thinking of games that you can play. Start talking to your educators and telling them this is what you want to do. Tell them this is something that you would love to have. And from enough talking, enough chirping, enough telling people, hey, what's up? Here's what's going on. What ended up happening was there was a gentleman named James O'Hagan that ended up coming down to the lounge. Well, James O'Hagan coming down to the lounge, started checking out the place, started, I would say, doing his recon on the place in a way. Came to find out that it was a pretty cool place, and that this is a place that is a healthy environment for young kids to grow and learn. So we started talking about how can we make this work? What can we do? And then, how can we get involved with already competing things within the state or within surrounding states or anything like that? And we ended up getting involved with a group called Wisea, which Wisea is still the one that RUSD is running through. As of most recent, Case High School, congratulations to you, won a Division I championship for Super Smash Brothers, and there was at least 4 or 5 different respective teams between Orlick, Park, Case, Real School, Walden. They were all there. Just competing their butts off for the playoffs, whether it was Overwatch or Super Smash Brothers, and it was beautiful. I watched it. I was getting super hyped and excited. I was posting up in my Discord. I had my buddy Brian hanging out with me, and we were having a good time. But Wisea was the organization that we ended up kind of partnering up with in a way, or RUSD ended up partnering up with. So we ended up giving the facility essentially as a location for them, the local school. So the first year we had Horlick, Park, and Case that ended up coming down. We had Overwatch, League of Legends, Rocket League, and Super Smash Brothers were the 4 games that were first initiated as the games that can be. And it was rough because it was like jam-packed within a few months that essentially we had to get all the games played, everything structured. Kids would try to play 2 sports, and they'd only be able to play 1 because of how it worked out. You went out to state, and you had to literally choose which one you wanted to be because they were like crossing on when they were playing and stuff. And it was a little bit of a mess the first year. And no, I'm not even going to blame anybody, but there was just a lot of chaos happening that first year. There had to be more structure in place. So we continued building into the next year, and it was crazy because the first year that we had esports down there, I helped coach the Rocket League team for Park, which was the only team that was the only Rocket League team out of the 3 schools. So I said, hey, I will help coach Rocket League because it's something that I love. I've been playing it for years already, and I think I could really help these kids in different ways understand how to play the game. And I ended up basically being the coach for Rocket League for Park in the first season. Well, now going into the second season, based off of my performance, what I had done, being the manager of Notch Parents Basement Game Lounge and all that, I was asked by James O'Hagan if I wanted to be the head coach of Park going into the second year. It was originally Travis that was originally the head coach, but essentially he had just been promoted to an assistant position with the football program, being the offensive line coach, and it was like, or defensive line, one of the lineman coaches. And I knew at that point, I was like, if he's going to be doing that, somebody does have to step it up. And I was like, I can't be the head coach. They had another coach that they were bringing in. And I was like, I can't do that because in all reality, we were taking on 2 more schools. We were taking on Walden and Real School were also joining us. So we were going to be up to 5 schools. And I said, from a realistic standpoint, you look at that age group and where they're kind of at in life. And I said, it's not going to be fair for me to take on only one school because the issue that's going to ensue is they're going to think I'm playing favoritism. And I don't think they're going to be able to read through the lines as clearly as seen as I'm just trying to do my job. Nonetheless, I was a little wrong. I was kind of wrong because the kids are very good at reading what's going on there. They definitely understand that I was doing my job. They understand that I was trying to do my best to be in every situation. But I still ended up being the interim head coach for the first, 4 weeks of Overwatch, and we were undefeated in those first 4 weeks. Devin Cortese ended up being an All-American player for Overwatch for NASAD, I believe it was. And then on top of that, our team made it to the playoffs. My JV team went 5-2. It was beautiful, and I really loved it. It was amazing. So from doing all of that, I kind of the pandemic kind of hit in the second year. So we're getting towards the end of the season. Playoffs keep getting pushed off. We're going from December into January now, and it's kind of getting rough. Like, we don't know what's about to happen with anything. We're talking about closing down NYPB, at least closing the doors because of how the pandemic's playing out. And I was like, all right, well, everybody take a day for streaming. I'll take Mondays. Everybody wants to kind of pick a different day. I'll do Mondays because Mondays, everybody hates Mondays. Garfield, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I'll take Mondays. So I'll do Monday night Rocket League. We'll hang out. We'll do stuff with the community. It'll just be my thing to keep on the, the relativeness of, esports, the idea of playing games together, and showing them, hey, NYPB is still here. Give me 1 second. So I pick Mondays, and nobody else really picks a day. The only person who kind of tried, and it was a little bit of a shoddy schedule, was Rain Gaming. Dane tried to kind of get things going here and there. He had kind of a broken schedule. He was streaming super late, so it's kind of, the audience was kind of broken. But nobody else was really picking a day. And then, a few months had kind of gotten into it, and I was like, all right, let's all make a video. We can all be like in our jammas, you could be sitting there eating porridge for all I care. Just kind of make it look a little rough and tell people, hey, we're still here. We love you. NYPB is still relevant. Come and hang out with us. What is up, Exile Commander? We're like, hey, come and hang out with us. It was me, Josh, and I think that's it. 2 of us made a video, and it broke my heart And around that same time, a guy named Corey May asked me, he said, "Hey man, I see that you keep on trying to do these things or reach out to the community. But have you ever thought about doing public speaking?" And I was like, "No, not really." He was like, "Well, you seem like you'd be pretty good at it. Maybe should give it a try." He said, "Why don't you try this thing called the Daily Speaking Challenge? It's a 90-day speaking challenge." And I remember starting it. I remember being super nervous sitting in front of this camera. I remember I was shaking, like I was trembling. Like, I don't know what it is about sitting in front of a camera. And I mean, I got another question that kind of pertains to this, but I don't know what it is about sitting in front of a camera that gets me so nervous. But I'm way better at it now than I used to be, like way better than I used to be. So for me, he said, "Hey, why don't you give this a try?" And I went like 5 or 6 days deep, and I forgot to do it on like the 6th day. And I could have continued, and probably nobody would have noticed, in all honesty. But I knew that I messed up, and I wanted to correct that. So I restarted. And I think all of you will be happy to know that after I'm done doing this video today, I'm going to be sliding on over to Facebook, and I'm going to be doing day 279 of Joseph the Voice's Daily Dosage. So if you guys want to know what I think my greatest achievement is, because that's what the original question was. My greatest achievement was doing something and sticking to something that made me so uncomfortable that it made me find myself more than anything. So that Daily Dosage, thank you very much, Corey May, for helping me find myself, because that helped me in so many different ways. The Daily Dosage 90-day speaking challenge is what did it in for me. I'm on day 279. So if anybody wants to give it a try, definitely encourage you to give it a try. You can call it Joseph the Voice's Daily Speaking Challenge, and I encourage you to do it. Try out 30 days. See if you can go 30 days. If you can't go 30, try 90 days. If you can go 90 days. I don't know, but set yourself a time, but make it at least a month. Stick to it. Try it. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. It's going to make you find yourself, make you feel a lot more comfortable. All right, so those are the personality-based questions. So we've gone through some of them. We haven't even gone through all of them, and we're still going. So now we're going to move on to the culture fit. So what surprises people about you? This is funny because NYPB comes right back to mind when I think of that. The one thing that I think surprises people the most about me is how much of a go-getter I am. How much I just push, drive, keep and continue without really slowing down or stopping. And honestly, I don't know how I do it, but I do it. And I think I drive myself off of that motivation and drive. It's weird. It's like it's fuel for my fuel in a way. And once I get kicked off a little bit, then I feel a little unhindered, and then I got to find my way back again. I feel like that's something that really surprises people about myself. What are your plans in the next 5 years? So this is question number 7. So in the next 5 years, what I would like to do, and it's funny because 3 years ago, I set myself a 5-year plan. So I still have 2 years set on that 5-year plan. And now I'm essentially telling you guys what the next 5-year plan will be. My 5-year plan then, though, is set for Not Your Parents' Basement Gaming Lounge. This 5-year plan is going to be set for JTV Entertainment Group. So my idea for JTV Entertainment Group is to keep on building on the community aspect. Keep on doing everything I can as far as myself in terms of a streamer, and starting to connect with all these different people throughout Twitch, all these different people throughout YouTube, all these different content creators. What I would like to do is create this family environment where I can help promote and market people. I know there's some great entertainers out there. Simply fantastic. But sometimes, just sometimes, and I'm not saying this rudely, but they sometimes struggle with promotion. Sometimes struggle finding those families, finding those networks, finding those people. And I love connecting the puzzle pieces together. I love when it all fits. When this person meets that person, when that person meets this person, when they're all playing together. I love it so much. It makes me happy. So I want to be, in a way, putting the puzzle pieces together. I want to be pushing the marketing. I want to be creating an atmosphere where people can be a part of the JTV Entertainment Group. We'll put you under the household name. We can push your content and keep on making more for not just myself, but also for you. It's not just about me. I want to create a family that we can keep on growing. So the more that we can do, the better it'll be. I'm killing my voice today with this, but I don't care. I love it. I love talking to you guys. So I'd say for the next 5 years, is to keep on building and growing and expanding, making JTV Entertainment Group a reality, putting out more merch, putting out, more content, making more relations and just building more on the community aspect and just loving it for what it is. Aiden Sanchez, yo, Joe, bro, what is up? I'm guessing I know exactly who that is. What is up, Undercrown? How you doing, buddy? All right. If you could open your own business, what would it be and why? So that's kind of interesting. So if I could open my own business and why, obviously I'm trying to make JTV Entertainment Group, but my original plan, so clearly you guys already know what I'm trying to create, and this is a baby of mine and I love it, and it goes right in fruition of what I originally wanted to do. So let me tell you what the original idea was. The original idea of a business I wanted to create is I wanted to create an actual, like, a comedy house. So where people could all come together, me and a couple friends or something like that, we could just hang out and make videos, having fun. Whether animated videos, I love doing voiceover work, I love making little skits, I love messing around, tinkering with music, so just doing all that kind of stuff and having fun. And I think Twitch is the perfect place for that. So thank you, Twitch, for making that a possibility. Thank you, YouTube, for making that a possibility. Thank you, all of these different platforms, making it a reality for us to be able to step out there and get into those things that we want to do. So the business I want to create, I'm kind of creating, and it started from me wanting to make a comedy house, or me just wanting to relate with people when I was an actor back in high school. So let's continue on from there. How would you describe the company's culture? So the culture, the atmosphere of JTV Entertainment Group. So, and mind you, I pulled all these questions from online. They're all behavioral kind of questions, they're informational kind of questions, they're cultural, they're personality. There's going to be some teamwork and communication, but these ones are cultural fit. So how would I describe my company's culture? So I think that we are a bunch of loving and caring people. I think that a lot of people love coming to the JTV. They love coming and hanging out. They love seeing all the excitement. They love seeing the hype. They love seeing the turn-ups. They love the enjoyment that comes from it. I think they literally feel the love when they're here, and that's what I want to happen. I really want to have you guys here enjoying yourselves. I want you guys to enjoy the content. I want you guys to hang out with me and just be a part of it all, because it puts a huge smile on my face. And there's been many days where I've just wanted to cry because you guys just outpoured me with love, and I don't know what to do. I ask all the time, what do I do with my hands? Because like it blows my mind. So thank you. I love you guys. All right. Tell me some things on your bucket list. So bucket list. And I'd honestly love to hear back from you guys as well about things you'd love to do on your bucket list as well. Or if there's any of these questions that I've asked that you guys want to answer, let me know. I would definitely love to hear back from you guys as well. So tell me some things on your bucket list. And I can write down all the questions in the comments after I'm done with the video. And if you guys want to go back and answer these questions and shoot me a message so I can just see your reply to all of these, that'd be sweet, because I love hearing back from you guys. All right. 3 things on my bucket list. Let's see. 1 would be to travel Europe and meet my family. I have family over in Austria that I would love to meet. There's a lot of people over in Europe as well that I've been getting to know, whether they're in the UK nearby or, you know, I got friends in Switzerland. I got friends in the UK. I got friends in Australia. I got friends all over the place that I've met through all these different awesome engagements and opportunities. So I would love to go travel over in Europe and get to know it. Another thing on my bucket list would be to get myself at some point in my life a 1969 Pontiac GTO Dodge suit. It is such a clean and beautiful muscle car, and I would love to own it. I would love to like drive around in it with my dad and just shoot the breeze and have a lot of fun and just really enjoy it. And I think that owning that would really be something for me. And another thing on my bucket list, honestly, because I still haven't quite achieved it and I've always wanted to, is be my own boss. I know like that's a pretty like bold statement, and I know like, but at the same time, like your whole life you fight to try to do things, you try to be your own person, you try to make your own, you know, arc in life, I guess. And for me, I want to own my own company. I want to help make a difference. I want to be there for people and see something that people can reflect on and own, and that's slightly tangible in a way. So like even just having my merch out there and knowing that I have people buying it already, it puts a huge smile on my face, and it is beautiful. And honestly, you guys give me 1 second, I'm gonna post real quick. If you guys want to check out my merch, it is absolutely fantastic. And I give a huge thank you, All Star Sportswear. I give a huge thank you, your favorite Canadian, for helping me, you know, put this all together and have such an amazing brand to work with. So There's All-Star Sportswear. If you guys want to go and check out the amazing, beautiful Founders Edition merch, definitely, you guys will love it. All right, so let's go. Content. All right, we are moving on to teamwork and communication. So these are going to be teamwork and communication based questions. What is your idea of an ideal team building exercise? So for me, an ideal team building exercise, honestly, would be something kind of unorthodox. Wouldn't it be like, I'd want to play a game or something like that. Hello, friend. How you doing? It's Juicebox6. It would definitely be something that would involve like playing a game of something. Putting people in a slightly uncomfortable position, like making people do like an obstacle course or going to play mini golf or something random where you really gotta put your minds to the test and try to like do stuff or just have fun, or something that's a little bit more laid back. I don't know, something that's not as like serious, because like everybody always wants to make things so serious, and you can learn a lot about people when they have fun in their natural environments. So like me, I like to play video games. Doing well, got some stuff going on, so I'll be lurking, but I want to say, hey, Mike sounds great this time. Thanks a lot, buddy. All right, question number 12. How do you prefer to build rapport with others? So essentially, how do I like to build up on relationships? And for me, I like to connect with individuals. I actually like to sit down and understand them a little bit. I like to take time to ask them questions, listen to them, and try to understand them. I like to really connect with people. I don't like just having a bunch of people around me that I don't really know. So like knowing things about you, enjoyments, things you like to do, your hobbies, and stuff like that. You know, even foods you like to eat or things you like to drink. So like if we're hanging out, I can just get it for you. I really just like to know and get to know people and see what I can do for them, not only what they can do for me. How can I connect with you? What can I do to help you out? How can I help further you in life, not just myself? That's something that I really like to do with helping build rapport with others. Question number 13. How do you feel about talking in front of others, sharing your opinion and criticisms on their work? So for me, I honestly, talking in front of others. So now let me explain this. This is why I said I had a question that kind of pertained to that earlier. If I'm in person with you, it's kind of a small group of us and we're hanging out, even a slightly bigger group, I have no problem, talking about things, kind of helping criticize, and not even like negatively. I want to help you build. I mean, I'm an instructor, I'm an esports coach. Like, this is stuff I kind of do on the regular already. But I mean, sometimes when you're sitting there and you're playing with somebody or doing something and they might not be doing it right or something, it's always sometimes hesitant to want to like put that criticism down to kind of, tell them how to do it, because you want them to learn. So I guess it's a give and a take within it. When I'm in front of people, it's a lot easier and you can kind of sense the mood a little bit more. I feel like in a digital world, it's not as easy to sense it. Sometimes I feel like you might overstep that boundary, so I'm a little bit more hesitant online than I would be in person. I never want to feel like I'm overstepping and making somebody feel uncomfortable. So for me, I would say I'm pretty good at it. I feel mostly comfortable with it, but I still have my own downfalls when it comes to it. Not always the best when it comes to, like I said, when I first started doing this, when I first started being in front of the camera, stuff like that, shakes, nervousness, like touching my face a bunch, and I still do, like I'm touching my eyes, touching my mustache, touching my beard. Like it becomes a habit a little bit, and I definitely think I have some nervous tics. That's for sure. All right. Question number 14. Rate your communication on a scale from 1 to 10. I personally think I'm a 9 or a 10. I mean, you can tell me I'm wrong, but honestly, everything I do my best to reach out to people. I do my best to give them days notice, sometimes even months notice in terms of what it might be. I try to pre-plan things. I try to always be on top of things. I really think that my communication is lowest a 9. Maybe, okay, lowest an 8. But I don't think it is. I think I'm a 9 for sure. I think I'm a clear-cut 9 personally. You might think I'm not, but I think I'm really good at communication. I try really hard. All right. And the last question of the evening, and I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out, being a part of this, tuning in. I love you very much, and I really do appreciate you. Make sure that you hit those likes. We really do appreciate seeing them. Puts a huge smile on my face and lets me know that I am doing a good job, that I should continue doing this. If you're presenting your ideas during a meeting and your audience seems disengaged, what would you do to get their attention? Now, this is a good one because I can come at this from two different angles. I can come at it from a meeting standpoint. I can come at it from a streamer standpoint or a content creator standpoint. So, from a meeting standpoint, honestly, I would probably, and I mean, I would say even it's somewhere like in like a class situation, if I think that people aren't paying attention, sometimes I might just like completely stop what I'm doing just to see if people are also following suit. I might say something really random and off the top that isn't like, let's say we're playing a game of Rocket League and this person just won. Well, I'll intentionally just be like, all right, so that last match, I'll say the other person won or the other team won just to get a reaction out of them to see if they're paying attention. Like in a meeting, I guess, you could always just say some off-the-wall kind of thing that's not too off-the-wall, but just something that can maybe catch the room's attention to see if they're listening and just be like, hey, I'm just messing. All right, let's continue. So from a meeting standpoint, I think it's a little bit harder. But as a streamer or a content creator, I think it's a lot easier. I think you can do a lot of things like just, hey! Or you can just put on, you can do something like, I mean, I have a million ways to get people to start paying attention. You know, put on a cheese head. Put on a luchador mask. Put on some glasses. I mean, we can have a lot of fun around here. I have more. I mean, over here, I got my Wario hat that I love to wear. So I got my Wario hat. We like to have fun while wearing that. I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff to do. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can catch people's attention by just changing up your scenery a little bit. You can put some flashing lights in the background. You can make some fun little noises. I mean, alerts are a lot of fun to kind of catch the attention of your audience or get really excited and hyped. That's another way to catch the audience's attention. In marbles, I like to remind people, like, hey, make sure you got your marble. And I'll just like kind of be like a little bit more presenting, a little bit more like entertaining, or a little bit more like boisterous, I guess, at that time. So there's a lot of different things you can do to kind of catch people's attention. But I just wanted to take some time, ask some questions today, have some fun. If you guys ever do have questions, definitely feel free to reach out. Do not hesitate to go and check out the allstarsportswear.com/JTV merch that we have going on. And also, make sure to stop back next week for some more awesome content. We're already, almost 2 months into this. We've done 8 videos, having a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys very much for all the love and support you've been giving me. And I definitely look forward, if you guys want to catch me on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday over on Twitch. I generally stream around 7 o'clock Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, 3 o'clock on Sundays. And then at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, you can catch me doing my YouTube stuff. And like I said, we're just going to keep on building. We're going to keep on having fun. We got awesome things like these JTV metallic stickers we've been giving out. I just gave out like a stack of envelopes. We also have these cool JTV 2 Sweet stickers. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. Wolfpack stickers. Yeah, just been having a lot of fun. We got the stickers. We got the merch that's been rolling in because I have some t-shirts that I got to give to some of the people. We just gave away an entire merch bundle. Somebody had masks. It had stickers. It had a poster, it had a t-shirt. There was a lot of cool things in there, and we're always just trying to do more to just keep on giving back. And you guys, when we do play on stream on Twitch, we do a thing called Marbles. If you guys don't know what Marbles is one of the funnest games ever. I swear, it's so fun, and I love doing commentary for it. So Marbles, here's how it goes. You come into my stream, you put !play. You got a little tiny marble that pops up on screen, and it's got your name on it. Well, guess what, buddy? There's nothing you can do about it after you've entered. Once it gets entered into the obstacle course, it runs its course. Whoever gets the end first, gets the victory. Whoever gets the most wins within the Grand Prix wins the Grand Prix. That's generally when you win the sticker. But when you do get 25 wins, I'm telling you, 25 wins, people, you're going to win yourself a JTV t-shirt. Complimentary of this guy right here. Much love to you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for all the love you show me on a regular basis. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do. I hope to see you guys back for some more awesome content.